I've had the Peak Design Everyday Sling version 2 6-litre in Midnight for close to 3 years now, and honestly I have a love-hate relationship with it. In this video we'll take a look at the bag, how I've been using it, the good, the bad, and ultimately why I think I'm going to sell this bag on. It's not a bad bag by any means, it's actually really good at what it's designed to do. I'm just not sure that it suits my needs. Peak Design have recently released a bunch of new colours for this bag, and so after watching this video you think I like it and you want to buy one, consider using my links as it really helps support the channel. And if you make it to the end of the video, don't forget to give it a like. I do almost weekly videos around tech, photography, EDC and watches, so if you like that sort of thing, don't forget to subscribe to see more of me. So onto the bag itself. As I said, this is the Midnight version, which has little tan nubuck leather detailing on it. Peak Design call the fabric weatherproof and coated, and it holds up well over time and is quite abrasion resistant. I've had the bag almost 3 years, and even though I've treated it fairly roughly, it's held up pretty well. There's a slim pocket at the front for holding things like your wallet, phone or keys, more on that later, and a large main section that opens with an upside down U-shaped zipper that is coated to provide weather resistance. On the back of the bag there is basically nothing except for a couple of holes at the top to feed excess strap into. On the side there are attachment points for Peak Design's capture clip, which you can see here, which you can also use as a grab handle, and on the top there is a slim grab handle. The top handle won't work as a luggage pass-through though, it's a bit too small for that. On the bottom there are 4 attachment points that allow you to attach something like a tripod or jacket to secure the bag at the bottom. Again, more on that at the moment. The straps are attached to the corner with these articulating connections, meaning that the bag hangs down nicely regardless of how long or short you have the strap. The strap is lightly padded, more on that later, and it's reversible so you can change the shoulder that you're carrying it. On the strap there is also this adjustment buckle that allows you to vary the length of the strap to make taking the sling on and off easier, or just lowering the bag to make it easier to access stuff inside. Moving on to the inside. You are met with 2 of Peak Design's flex fold dividers. There's only one in here at the moment, and this helps in just organizing your gear. The inside of the bag is covered with Velcro, so these dividers can be placed freely wherever you want. On each side there's a stretchy pocket that can hold small things like batteries or AirPods. Depending on what I'm carrying, I can fit a small grip inside, which is like a tripod remote thing. On the top flap there's a stretchy zipped pocket which has some elasticated storage for batteries, SD cards, that kind of stuff, and some free space to dump smaller items. The last thing inside the bag is a compartment for a 11-inch tablet at the back here, and it has a magnetic closure. So how have I been using it? Until recently I was using this with my Sony ZV-E10 with the kit lens attached, which left a lot of space for something like a water bottle, pack or jacket, or anything else relatively small. Since I've started taking photography a bit more seriously, I've upgraded my camera to the Sony a6700 and a selection of new lenses. I'll usually have 2 setups that I'd want to use this sling for. First is a standard zoom, which at the moment is the Sigma 17-40 f1.8. Great lens by the way, along with a telephoto prime for portraits, which is the Sigma 56mm f1.4. Or if I'm going somewhere like the zoo, where it would come in useful, I'm carrying the standard zoom along with the Sony 70-350G telephoto lens. Those two leave no space for the Sigma 56mm in the bag, as both are relatively large. So on to the good. Overall, the durability of this bag has been excellent. I haven't babied it at all. It's bumped against things, scraped against brick walls, and generally has seen a lot of use. And whilst it doesn't look like new, it still looks very, very good. I live in England, which means even when there is no rain forecast, you can't bet against it raining. This bag and I have been caught in many showers, and nothing inside has ever gotten wet, although I will say that the exterior of the bag does soak water rather than it beading and rolling off. I think if you were in a heavy downpour, things might get wet, but I think most bags will suffer at that point unless they're made of plastic. It's got quite a boxy and well padded shape, which means that my gear inside is well looked after. Another great thing about the bag is the flex fold dividers, which you can manipulate to create these shelves and cubbies within the bag, so you can separate lenses from rubbing against each other. So onto the things that I found that are not so good. When you've got a camera and a couple of lenses inside the bag, there are a few things that just don't work very well on this bag. Firstly, the front pocket. Unless you're putting something that's completely flat inside, it is next to useless. It doesn't have its own volume because of the rigidity of the bag, and so it becomes extremely tight. My keys and car fob will go inside, but it's such a pain to get them out again. I generally never put anything inside there. The 11-inch tablet section, while nice to have, is again extremely difficult to access when the main compartment is fully loaded. You're literally fighting the bag to get it out, and it's not a nice experience. I think they should have left this out of the main compartment and had a zip to access it from the top of the bag. Another thing that's great in theory is the capture clip connection on the side of the bag. It's great to have quick access to your camera, but for one, it requires you to be extra careful when walking around to make sure you don't bump the camera or someone doesn't try and steal it. But secondly, you also have the issue of a heavy camera and lens now dragging the bag down outside of where the straps are. It gets really uncomfortable really quickly. Adding to that discomfort is the padding of the straps. You can quite easily have a couple of kilos of weight in this bag, and whilst there is some padding, it's just not sufficient for carrying this bag all day. By the end of the day, my shoulders and back can be quite sore. The padding isn't that soft, it's actually just quite firm. The boxy shape of the bag also contributes to the discomfort as it doesn't conform to your back at all, and so the bag bumps around a bit on your back if you're moving fast. With the strap, whilst the adjustment buckle to shorten and lengthen the strap is one of the best I've ever seen, you have to unthread the whole thing if you want to switch shoulders if one is getting a bit tired because of the weight. This literally takes ages to do because you have to unthread the whole thing from both sides and rethread it. If you wanted to take this away with you on your travels to have a smaller bag for daily use as well, it doesn't compress well either into your luggage or your bag that you're using. If you've got a camera with a slightly longer lens, say 10 centimeters plus, the top flap pocket, zip pocket, also becomes less useful, as if you put much in there or anything in there really that's thicker than something like lens wipes, you will struggle to close the bag. And lastly, there's nowhere to put a water bottle. So why I'm selling it. The main reason I think it's time for me to move the bag on is because it doesn't deal with the weight of my setup very well. The strap, in all honesty, needs more padding, and to be honest, I think I need a slightly bigger bag anyway. If you've got a recommendation, let me know in the comments. That's it from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe if you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you later.